Are we live?
We're live.
Hey!
The 3 tries later and multiple
like
initializing attempts on our initial live stream software. We're live.
Hey,
Finally.
man, how are you? Welcome to the Weekly Vending Live. I will update everything on there. There's nothing, like no description, no nothing. So I apologize. Nothing. But hey, welcome. How was your week?
My week was crazy. I traveled to Florida and back, not for IAPA. And then I came back home Saturday night, spent the day watching football on Sunday. Yeah, it's been crazy. Crazy week.
This is really crazy. So I need to figure out, I can't even see, where's the comments? Like, I don't even know where anything is. Can I put comments on there?
Yeah, so click on it looks like under the login button on the right, there's a section for comments. If you click on that.
Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, there it is.
I can see the comments.
Okay, there we are. Oh, yeah.
We've got Top Shot Gaming here, LV Vending, Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and more, and PA Pokemon Polls in the comments, guys.
Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, good. So
tonight's going to be a little messy, as you can tell.
How cool would that be, PA Pokemon Pools? And click the wrong button and end up on the Sphere in Vegas. That would be awesome. So third time's the charm. We are in. Let me close everything else so I can get rid of everything. Let me see if I can add, because I have our giveaway window I've got to add. So
just know it's going to be a mess tonight. And next week probably won't be any better, just so you guys know.
So let me see. I got slides. Oh, share screen. Perfect. Okay, so let me see.
Perfect.
Let me share screen. Okay.
While you're doing that, the first super chat of the night came in from Top Shot Gaming. Says travel fun. There you go. Getting us ready because we are heading back to Florida next week for IAPA. We're looking forward to that. And since we missed our 10 after, 15 after typical contest giveaway, we're all in disarray tonight, guys. So I apologize for that. So we're going to be talking about the giveaway tonight. We're going to be talking about IAPA. Another super chat just came in. We've got no air horns tonight either. So
yeah, where's that at?
Hope you guys aren't missing that. Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More, with a $5 super chat, says next Monday is my 21st birthday. I'm going to WinStar World Casino to celebrate. Well, happy early birthday, Waco. That's cool.
Hey, I
can put comments up on the screen.
I like this
kind of nice.
Better. This looks nicer.
This is kind of nice. Yeah,
it is kind of nice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So funny story. So Jonathan and I both have. We use EVMux for our streaming software, and we had so many problems with it tonight. I canceled my subscription. I was like, done.
Yeah,
this might be the new one. Would you guys like? Really... What do you guys think? Do you guys like this so far? Does it sound good? Does it look good?
Look at this. Like, look at the.
I feel like the image quality is even better on here.
So do I.
What do you guys think?
Man, this is really cool. I really like this.
I do kind of like this too. This is pretty neat.
Maybe we learned something. Now I'm wondering, the only thing I would say is like, I want to figure out how to make us so we're better. Like we're,
there we
go. Oh, there it is.
That's
what I was looking for.
Full screen. Full screen.
Yeah. That's way better. Okay, good.
Well, this might be the new solution, guys. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
So I might just cancel EVMux tomorrow and do StreamYard, and then it'll get rid of this logo up there in the top and that kind of stuff. So now I got to figure out. So I have the window open for the giveaway. I just have to figure out how to add it. But
you had it up for a minute, at least on my screen. I don't know if it showed up on the stream screen, but yeah, there it's on my screen. But I don't know if it's on the stream screen. Yeah. I know that sounds funny, guys.
And that looks good because it kept us on there too. I like that. So we're still there.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's working on the stream screen as well. So while we're doing that, guys, let's talk about the giveaway.
What a mess. This is awesome.
What a mess. November 8th will go down as the worst stream in our history, right? So sorry about that, guys.
We've only been doing this for 2 years now, or a year and a half or something.
Something like that.
But yeah.
Actually, I think we're just coming up on the 1 year mark. I want to say I think next week, IAPA will be like the 1 year anniversary of these weekly live streams.
I just couldn't believe that I post them on the, I do the podcast thing.
Yeah.
And I was posting it, and like, we're already up to like the 44th one or something for the year. Like, how crazy is that
That's
we've
crazy.
already done this year alone, like 44 of them. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some super chats coming in. Man, this is really cool.
I do like this software. I think the quality looks better too.
Way better. Look at this.
Another super chat. Yeah, let's acknowledge the super chat real quick. Albert Jin, official channel, $4.99 super chat, says some money to help business. There we go. Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I like the comments. I could see them better. This is way better.
This might be the new answer, guys. We're liking this so far.
Very cool. Anyway,
all right. Well, let's talk about the giveaway, guys, and then we'll get into more stuff about IAPA and the stream and all the good stuff. Anyway, guys, so take a look at your screen. We've got some amazing machines here on display. This is the key catcher claw machine from candymachines.com, like my shirt says, and worked in conjunction with Quick Play to design this machine. And how cool is it, guys? Would you guys like to win one? Because we're going to give one away. If you didn't know, December 20th is the giveaway date. All you need to do to register to win is fill out a simple form. You can find it on our Discord, not in this live stream description, but in our previous live stream description. But we will update this live stream description. like I said, we're in total disarray tonight, guys.
I'm actually doing it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and update it. So I will, as we're doing.
Jonathan's over there multitasking, so you'll have the link for the Discord, for the giveaway, all that stuff in the description of this live stream. So thank you guys for that. Again, take one more look at that key catcher claw machine, and just so you know, I actually went and visited mine tonight because I needed to add some more prizes to it. It was looking a little bit bare, getting kind of light, and I wanted to have it nice and stocked up for the weekend. So I stopped by there tonight. Collection video coming soon, but just so you guys know, more than half of the sales in that machine are going through that NIAX credit card reader. So it's just killing it. It's just killing it with the money. But the cash collections that we normally have, where we pull those fat stacks of cash out of the machines, aren't going to be as fat because all that cash is instead going through the NIAX credit card reader. So just so you know. But yeah, make sure you guys get registered to win.
What's the date today?
Today is November the 8th.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing all this real quick. Okay. I got it upgraded, guys. So updated. So you guys will have all the stuff in the description. So you can go in there and it's all in there now. So we're good. Okay. Yay.
There we go.
All right.
Perfect. All right. So people are commenting to make sure you guys hit that like button. Yes. Could you please smash that like button, help other people find the live stream? We would really appreciate that.
Man, you look good. Wow.
I'm saying, like, the quality. I don't know what's up. Like, I feel like I got a different camera. The quality looks so much better.
Yeah. Like, it's clean. Man, this is really nice. Look, it looks like I got a tan. I can't do this. This is awesome. So I have something cool for you tonight that I've been saving, and I was going to do it later, but I have to show you this, and let me pull it up for you because I think this is really cool. And I'll close this down and get up to the right window here.
While you're pulling that up, we do have a super chat that just came in from Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More. $5 super chat says, what is y'all dream car? You know what's funny? My dream car was always like a Lamborghini, like a Countach or something like that, Diablo, one of those kind of cars. And it's funny because one popped up on my Facebook Marketplace, a 1988 Lamborghini Countach popped up on my Facebook Marketplace. You know, with the suicide doors and all that cool stuff.
Yeah,
it was only like 20 grand. I'm like,
so there's a video that I saw on my TikTok of how to start one of those things, and I had no idea that it was as in depth as it is to start one. Like you have to turn on. Yeah, it's like you have to pump this thing and then turn on this certain fuel thing, and like there's like 5 steps just to start it, which I had no idea. So I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it to you. But it was like I had no idea to do all that just to start the car. So let me pull up my screen over here and show you what I found out today, which I think you're gonna really, really think is very cool. So because you are the NIAX man, and I wanted to show you this. So let me pull it up. Is it gonna come up? There it is. Okay.
Oh, yes, the logos.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
How cool is this? So for those of you who don't know, who use NIAX, you now can actually add your own personal logo to your NIAX reader. And we just did this. Gopher from the Discord put it in yesterday for us. And I went today to go check them all. And sure enough, there's our logo. It's a certain size. You have to put, you have to make your logo a certain size, and we put our phone number in there, and then I sent it off to them, and one of their technicians posted it. And so you can actually put your own custom logo on your Nayax now, which I think is super cool. So for those of you who didn't know that.
You know what's funny? So I don't know if there was like a beta program or something, but I've actually been doing that for like 2 years now.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, because they stopped allowing it. So anybody that already had it on there they were allowed to keep it, but they weren't adding it for new customers or for new devices. And then just yesterday I saw they're going to start letting people do it again. So
yeah.
There you go.
And I thought that was super cool.
The only thing is I don't want to do it on my amusement devices, only because I want that screen where they always see that pricing option to be up there all the time. So I only do it on my full line.
Or is it only that replaces?
It does. It will cycle through. Yes. But like I said, I only want people to be able to see the pricing options because I want them to see that bonus on there all the time. So I'm not going to put that on my amusement machines, only on my full line machines.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I was all excited. I thought that was because we have it on our, we use Cantaloupe, Green Light or whatever you want to say. And we use our
USA Tech. What? Pico Mini?
Right? Which one do you want to call it today?
Avocado? I don't know, something like
that.
Right.
And so we have our logo on all those. We have pictures. You can actually put like 5 or 6 images on there.
Yeah.
And so we have pictures of Amelia and our phone number and all that stuff on all our. So I was very excited when I found out you could actually do that. So we put them on all ours, and we thought that was kind of cool. But very neat. I thought that was so. And those who you don't know, if you go to shop.nayax.com and use the Galaxy Games 843 code, you will save yourself a bunch of money. So if you want to buy Nayax, that is how you get them. So
and just so you guys know, I'm working on another video. So we've seen the videos that Xtreme and Jonathan both did, adding a Nayax reader to like a Mega Mini or a CandyMachines.com Mini or one of those machines where it comes pre-wired. But the video I'm going to be working on, I actually have the Nayax reader in my possession now. It's already activated and ready to go. I tested it on a stacker machine. It works great. But this will be how to wire it into classic arcade machines, which I know sounds funny, right? Paying a credit card to swipe to play a classic arcade machine. But any like coin op game, this will work for. So it'll work for pinball, older claw machines. It's going to work for like it's going to go on the barber cut, which uses a coin mechanism with coin switch. So I'm going to show you guys some easy ways to tap into these machines and get a Nayax reader on some of these older machines too. So it's going to be cool. Working on the video now. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
And we just did our video this week with the Cube Factory. We've been waiting to do that.
I watched it earlier today. Very cool. And I think it's so cool that you have that out there for Halloween. That's awesome too.
I think that, we just, that and the Magic Key are our new favorite machines, and like the build quality and stuff. Like we're just so excited about those machines, but we've been wanting one for so long, since MBVA when I saw one, and being able to play from above and watching people get so excited about it was very cool. So I wanted to go back to Waco's Car Wash channel, his question about dream cars. So since I was a kid, like when I was younger, my family had older Mercedes when I was growing up. And one of my all-time favorite cars is a Mercedes, like anywhere from like a 77 to like an 86, either a 380 or one of those like a 380 or 450 SL convertible Mercedes is like one of my all-time favorite cars, and I've always wanted one of those because they were like super powerful and like convertibles. So that's my all-time favorite car that I've always wanted, and I've never had one, and I've always wanted one, but I just think they're really cool cars. So that's mine. And then we have another super chat, and he wants to know,
make it rain tonight.
I know, look at that, it's awesome. So what's your favorite full line vending machine? And I think we're both in the same boat when it comes to those, right?
I would say so. At least mine is the Wittern combo machine. That's what I seem to be going after lately. Yeah. So I don't know how specific he's asking for, but yeah, my favorite full line machine is my Wittern. It's a Futura 3589 is what I use. I know you use a couple of variations, but that's what I seem to gravitate to the most.
You're so technical. I love it. So we actually went with because we were going to order their standard one. Is that the one that has the V on the front with the lines and all that? Is that okay? So we couldn't fit one of those into the spot that we had to get. So we actually went to the upgraded, skinnier version. And I don't think we're ever going to order another machine that doesn't have like as cool of features as the ones that we got, because we actually had to buy an upgraded one to fit the hole, because they didn't have a a lower model or whatever. And ours has like the touch screen like Jaime has and stuff. And like you open it up, like today I didn't even realize, but you open it up and it's like, it tells you like on the screen, like it does like a diagnostic when you open the machine.
That's pretty cool.
And so like it listed everything else, like this check mark, like compressor, blah blah blah, checking everything as you open the door. And then down at the bottom it's like 10-cent coins low. There's only I think it was 30 cents in 10-cent coins, and there's only I think it was like $2 in quarters, and it tells you like warnings of like what you need. I was like, that's cool. Like that's really cool. So I would say that I'd go anything Wittern is awesome. Like we've got their snack machines. We got 4 of their snack machines, and they're not the touchscreen models, but they're like the one just below that. And everything updates online along with their software. So then when you set your prices and stuff, it automatically updates, online. And so what I mean by that is like you can update it online and it automatically sends it to the machine and then updates the machine.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to like reset all your pricing and stuff in the actual machine. It does it online, which is cool. And that's not even their top of the line. But I just think that the quality, like we bought one of their lower end models because what we learned is that they actually make them in the factory like in runs. So they'll do like a run of this model and then they stop the production line and then they'll do a run of another model or whatever it is. And so we got a new account and we were in the in-between of the model that we wanted. They didn't have it. So they're like, well, if you want it, it'll be 3 to 4 months. But if you want the other one, we have those that we're making right now. And we ordered the lower end one and we didn't like it as much as the higher end one. So for the price, like it's not much cost difference between the two. Definitely go as high as you can. And if you're doing financing like we had to do to start, it doesn't really matter. Like in the long run, they pay for themselves. And so it works out. But definitely, yeah. So anyways, sorry, we have more super chats.
Super chats is coming in tonight. Everyone
it's awesome.
Just lining up to send the super chats tonight.
Go ahead.
All right. Chevy Cavalier 00 with a $5 super chat wants to comment, says, I know you want a location with high traffic, but would you rather place a claw machine in a low income or high income area? I don't think the income location matters for a claw machine, in my opinion, because I've got some in some I don't know if you'd call them higher income areas or lower income areas, but I know there's definitely a very large difference in demographic in some of my locations compared to one or the other, and both do really well. So I don't think it really matters what the income of an area is like when it comes to placing a claw machine. Jonathan, what do you think?
I think it matters with credit card users.
Could be.
So like what we've noticed is like our Mexican restaurants, our Hispanic supermarkets and stuff like that, for some reason they love cash. Like they just love using coins and cash. They don't use much as far as credit cards. And so I don't know if that has to do with high income or low income. I don't know if that's the deal, but they just seem to carry a lot of cash in those locations. And so when people ask me when they're buying machines from us and stuff, I ask them, where are you placing it? And they're asking, do we need to buy a credit card reader? And I'm like, we have them on all of our machines. But what we notice is like in our Mexican restaurants and our Hispanic grocery stores, it's a complete flip-flop on credit card usage. So like we're running, 60 or 70% credit card usage on our restaurants. But when you go to the Hispanic markets or the Mexican restaurants, for some reason, it's the opposite. We're 30% credit cards, 70%, cash and coin.
Sure. Yeah.
But we're still getting the usage on a credit card unit. So I would say that it's going to affect the amount that they use it, but we still pay for the units triple, quadruple time, over and over again with having them on there, because there's still people that just don't carry cash. They just don't. And so you're offering something that, you know, they don't have the money in their pocket, and they can do it with a credit card. So I think it affects that, but I don't really think it affects how much they use the machine. Or, I mean, for some reason, claw machines kill it no matter where they are. I don't know what it is. You know, high traffic helps a lot, but it's about also how much time are they spending in the location. So it could be not a super high traffic area, but all of a sudden they're sitting there waiting, you know, 20 minutes to get seated. Then they're waiting 30 minutes for their food. That makes a big difference on how much they're going to use your claw machine, because the kids are just, you know, crawling up the walls at that point, trying to, you know, because they're hungry. So there's a lot of factors too. And I think it matters is how popular is the restaurant. Maybe not, you know, how much traffic, but how popular and how much will people go no matter what. That really will affect it. So that would be my 2 cents on that subject. Is, you know, definitely it matters on how much time they spend more than anything. So more super chats.
Just blowing it up tonight, guys. You guys are trying to get us ready for IAPA, aren't you? Look at this. Walker Vending with a $4.99 super chat says, finally caught alive. What prizes are you guys putting in the key catcher and magic key lockers?
Ooh, so we got some good stuff. So go ahead. You want to go first?
No, you go first this time.
Okay. So Walker Vending is actually close to us. He's in California like we are. And he's actually not too far from us. And we helped him get started on getting some machines, and he's got some great locations. And we have our favorite new thing, and I just sent it to you guys the other day, is the TikTok shop. And you can find some great buys for your prize lockers in the TikTok shop. So we found those 620 game Nintendo units in there, $7 a piece. Like, you can't beat it. They were on special. We found those Transformer headphones that everybody's talking about right now. Those were $12 a piece. On sale. And then we found, and what you'll notice is you add a certain amount to your cart, and then they cut it off. So like you add like 3, and then all of a sudden it goes up to like $15 or $20. So make sure you're careful on how many you add. But then I found what else did I find? I sent it all to you guys. The little PlayStation 5 like little mini consoles, those were in there, and those were like $15 a piece. I mean, like, go to your TikTok shop, do a search on console in your TikTok shop, and you'll find some great buys right now, and they'll be on discount. And then you can buy like 2 or 3, and then it cuts you off on the discount. And then go back again, and you can just keep adding them. And so we got a bunch of stuff of that. And then today I found, which I was really excited about, and I sent you a message asking you what the best Pokemon characters are. They're actually like little orbs that have a light underneath them that sit on a stand, and they glow, and you can like look through like a little magnifying, and it's like the characters are like etched in glass inside of the globe. And we ended up just ordering Pikachu because that's the most popular, but I thought those would be kind of cool in our prize locker. And then we got there's like these little mini arcade, like the olden days, like from the 80s when you and I grew up, where they used to make those little portable video games that you played with your hands.
ColecoVisions and stuff like that.
Yeah. So those we put in our machines. And so, those are the things that we're running right now. What are you running?
So, I've got the prize lockers in the game store. So the prizes that I use in the game store all usually revolve around Pokemon and stuff like that. Now, in the first initial set of prizes I had in the prize lockers was a mystery Squishmallow, which I thought, doesn't really fit the game store, but I know a lot of smaller kids go in there too. So I wanted to try and get some stuff in there that everybody would want to play for. I did have a graded Pokemon card. I think I had a Pokemon tin, and then a bundle of unopened, as you can imagine, Lorcana card packs. And if you remember, like, I think I shared some pictures with everyone, but it got cleaned out like the first couple days. Like, they went nuts. And also I had the machine set really, really generous, as you can imagine, because we want winners. We want people to play the machine. We want people to win. We want people to, come back and play more, tell their friends, all that stuff.
That was really smart, by the way. I got to tell you, that was
absolutely. Yeah. And we ended up probably losing a little bit of money, but I'm okay with that because, ultimately we don't want the machine to be just a big ripoff, as you can imagine.
Right.
So the good news is, we stocked it back up. In fact, I just went and put more stuff in it today. I'm focusing on Pokemon stuff still. I didn't do any more Squishmallows in the prize lockers right now because those kind of prizes now have moved over to the new location, the ice cream boba. They do
cool.
Candy, all kinds of stuff place across the street. So all those prizes are going over to there, and I don't have any prize lockers over there right now. So it is. But yeah. See, PA Pokemon Pulls in the comments says Lorcana packs are about $20 per pack right now on the resale market. And I'm doing packs of 4. So that's what, $80 worth of value?
Another super chat with a question. John the Down wants to know, do you think it's better to have one prize locker or multiple? I can tell you what I think.
I think more is always better because there's more choices for people to see the prizes and play. I mean, one's not bad, but if you could have 4, why not?
So like you, we just placed, we ended up ordering a lot more of the Magic Keys because we finally placed one and it is crushing it. And I think that, the key catcher from Quick Play and Candy Machines is the same idea and the same, it brings like that excitement. So when people see that machine or they see the Magic Key, both of those machines are pretty much, they're the same idea of a machine. And the idea that you could actually find, I don't know, are you doing Pokeballs with the key in it? Or are you doing eggs or what are you doing?
So I'm doing inside the machine, I'm doing plush, licensed and unlicensed, like generic, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm doing mystery boxes mixed in, so the Chinese takeout boxes.
Yeah.
And I'm also, my keys are in the small little, like, I don't know what you call them. I got them on Amazon. They're like little paper envelope kind of things, like, so they're not as easy to win, but that way, we can leave them out in the middle and people will actually see them and be able to play for them. We don't have to push them all the way down to the bottom. So
we have ours. We actually had some stickers that E3 Vending sent us as part of kind of a pack. He was working on some new stuff and he's like, I sent you a couple stickers. And they're basically, they say, find the Pokeball and, it has the key in it. So we put those on our machine and it was in our video. And so we have them in Pokeballs, which is really cool. And they're down the bottom, but we have it at one of our restaurants, our really busy restaurants. And our sales have tripled with the extra prize lockers. So we had a Galaxy in this spot. We pulled the Galaxy and we put in the Magic Key because we don't have room for both. And we have another Galaxy in the back room where they have like another game room that we have like our Cruising USAs and that kind of stuff. We got a full arcade set up in the back, but in the front, when you first walk in, is the Magic Key. And like those machines, just like the key catcher that you guys have, like it just like lights up the room. Like it's so bright and like the lights are just dancing and it's just so attractive. And so, I mean, I can't tell you guys how much more play we get with having different color prize lockers, different prizes in the prize lockers, the chance for people to win that. They just get super excited about it. So I don't think there's any comparison to having one prize locker versus having multiple. Like, people will, just like your prizes in your machine, the more that they see they like, the more they're going to play, and the more prizes that are down below, the more they're going to play. So
that's what I'm saying. Having one isn't bad, but having multiple is obviously a better option if you can, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, music question.
All right, Waco's channel, car wash, elevators, and more. $5 super chat coming in tonight says, here's a question for you. Who is y'all's favorite music artist? I like 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then 50s and 60s.
Man,
I go through all kinds of different phases of music that I like. So I don't know if I have one particular artist in general.
Do you have a favorite song of all time?
No.
I do. So do you remember the Thompson Twins, right? And Wish You Were Here by the Thompson Twins. They played it in 16 Candles at the end when he comes like out or she comes out of the building. And like, do you remember that whole scene like at the end of the movie?
So I've seen 16 Candles.
Okay.
I'm sure if Mrs. Galaxy Games was in here right now, she would know exactly what you're talking about. But
it has nothing to do with the movie. It's just the song. Like it's just, for some reason in that time,
I'm sure if I heard it, I would know it. Yeah.
But
so it's an 80s song, right?
It's an 80s song, and that's that is probably my favorite song of all time. And then there's a band from the UK called Elbow. I don't know if you know who they are, but like their whole Seldom Seen Kid album is like one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm weird, but like there's certain music, and I was in radio for so many years. Like there's a lot out there. And so anyways, I don't really have a favorite, but the only country I'll ever listen to is 90s country. Otherwise, do not put country music on my radio or I will kill you.
My favorite era of music would be 90s also, because that was like in that stage of my life when I was like, in high school and then in college and then all that stuff. So like that was when I was like, really, really had, not a lot of responsibilities at that point. So therefore it was like, a really fun time of my life. So I can associate a lot of that music with all that stuff. So there was like, all the 90s hip hop and R&B. Then of course, there was the 90s, grunge music, like all that good stuff is what I kind of gravitated to. So to say that I have one particular favorite song or one particular favorite group, I can't do that because I just liked so many things.
Yeah.
But definitely not country.
Yeah, I don't do country. Don't get country on my radio unless it's 90s, because I worked in country radio in the 90s. So for me, late 90s, early 2000s is okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, no more. Thank you. So question about cotton candy machines. All I can tell you is I've heard horror stories. And I've never heard anybody have good things to say about them. And it's really sad, and I don't want to be that guy, but whether you're in Facebook or wherever you are, it just seems like they're always one for sale. And people are saying that like they were super excited about it, but they cost a lot of money. Yep. And the idea is super cool, but there's just a lot of maintenance with them. And, you've got sticks that get wet and, stuff that's got to stick to, it's just a sticky mess. And we've got our own cotton candy maker, and I could tell you how messy it is. So I would recommend steer clear unless you find somebody that, multiple people that say that they've had good luck with a certain model or a certain brand. I've heard nothing but bad things. That's just
let's say this. So there's one at our local outlet mall, and every time I go there, it's either broken down or no one is buying anything from it. Because let's be honest, a cotton candy from one of those things costs like $8, right? Yeah. And for cotton candy, like you can go buy a bag at the grocery store for $1 or something like that. Like, I realize that, it's probably not as pretty or as fun, but still it's crazy expensive.
So I just fell in love with PA Pokemon Pulls because he knows what I'm talking about. And Elbow Grounds for Divorce is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. And you'll have to go listen to it. And, I actually saw that song live and it was just intense. So anyways, for those of you who don't know, there's a band called Elbow from the UK. That album's called Seldom Seen Kid, and it's amazing. So, anyways, awesome stuff. So, yes, whole other subject, but different machines.
I think we're caught up on super chats, right? We don't have any super chats right now.
I don't think so.
I wanted to talk about one thing real quick, and I talked about it in today's video. I don't know if you guys know, but the electronic bulk vending machine over at candymachines.com is available for pre-order, guys. It's available.
Go on it.
Yes. Use code QuickPlay. Use Jonathan's link to get you there.
Please use
just so you know, I placed my pre-order the minute I got that email that it was available. So I placed my pre-order, and I think I might have a deal worked out where I'm going to be able to pick it up next week in Florida at IAPA. We'll see if we can work that out. If we can, it's coming back with us and going right to the game store, guys. So just be ready. More content on the way for that.
Nice.
Yes.
Are you really going to get it there? Oh my God. I can't wait to see it.
Kevin and I talked. That's what we're going to try and work out.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
But he did send me a picture of my actual machine, not like just a machine, my actual machine. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
So that's coming on the way.
All right. So Xtreme's in here. He said his feet are sore.
Sore. You know what? I wonder if he's playing, if that's a play on words, because there's a ride at Epcot called Soar, spelled like that. So did you ride that ride? Did you go to Epcot? I don't know.
You think he's being sneaky?
I don't know. I mean, if anybody is going to drop some Disney hints, it's going to be him, right?
Yeah. Jay Hayes, big question here on the minis from Candy Machine, and what's the difference between a standard claw and an M3 plush claw? M3 is bigger, so if you're gonna run anything larger than like your mini stuff, so I highly recommend the M3 claw on any mini claw machine. So all of our machines that we all run them all with an M3 claw. So you can pick up anything small to anything big, and it's just a way better way to go. It's definitely worth, like, I don't know what they charge on candy machines. It's like $25 to $30 to upgrade the claw. I would definitely do that.
So to correlate, or maybe to help people understand or relate. So in your video today, you had a claw sitting on top of the claw machine.
Yes.
And you had one installed inside the machine that looked a little bit smaller.
That's the M3.
The M3 was the one inside the machine.
Correct. So that one is the medium. Like what we recommend is medium and small. And then the normal ones that come on all the new Golden Houses now come with an M3 claw, just for that reason, because that seems to be the trend, is that people are running a little bit larger items in their minis now. So like, for example, we're running like Candy Machines has those little balls and stuff. We're running a lot of that stuff. And then we're also running like, South Park plush, which is bigger. So we need something that's going to grab both things. And the M3 is the way to go. And it also comes with rubber tips that have nice grip on them too. So you can grab the bigger stuff and it holds onto it a lot better. So I'd highly recommend you switch over to an M3 claw on all of your claw machines. So the other thing it does too is that in the back of your machine, if you've ever noticed when you go to fill your machine, there's a big old hole in the middle. And so that's because the claw can't get all the way to the outside edges of your machine, which if you're running an M3, the claw will actually go out to the outside edge. It stretches out further and it'll end up grabbing the stuff that's along the outside edge. So for the longest time, we would put the stuff that we didn't want people to win as much, along the edges, so it would look cool. Like you had your Marios and your Ninja Turtles and stuff along the outside edge, because that it would take longer for them to fall in and people could grab them. But with the M3 claws, it actually goes all the way out to the glass, all the way around. So that's the best way to go if you want to get the full play field of a mini, and M3 is the way to go. But yeah, so that's what the difference is. Highly recommend it, and then just keep the little one for backup or something. But most people don't even. I mean, nowadays everybody's going to be running the M3. That's the way to go. So
there you go. Heard it from the professional himself, guys.
I love that M3 claw. I think it's like, and I'm so glad that, because especially on the super minis, because we have quite a few of those too. They do really have a really limited, reach, and so it's nice to have that M3 on there because it does allow you to get the full play field, and I think it's key to that machine. I think it's a really great machine, and to be able to expand it out is just awesome. So. Very cool. Anyways, let's see. Other comments. We got a super chat. I didn't see that.
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
So no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just trying to do one thing that I can help with the enhancement here. Hold on 1 second. All right, super chat right from Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More.
Oh! Nice.
All right, there we go. $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. It says the Texas Rangers baseball team won the World Series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bringing us the news too. Look at that. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Cool. Thank you, man.
I did not follow very much baseball this year, especially once football season kicked in. I was like, I'm all in football. Yeah. So there we go. But thanks for letting us know. That's cool.
Grey Duck Gaming, does that work on OG minis also? I don't see why not, but
I think the OG minis run like a special kind of claw. It's just different than any other claw I've ever worked with. So I would proceed with caution before investing too much money in changing the claw on those.
That'd be a question for Rainey, and ask her and see what she thinks, because they sell the M3 claw on the Mega Minis, and so I would ask her, because that's standard on the Mega Minis now, and it's the standard on the Golden Houses now, just for that reason, is that it seems like that's where everybody's going. and it doesn't cost any, or not cost, but it doesn't use any more power to work, which is great. So it's bigger, but it's not drawing more from the machine. It still works like the old one would. And I think it's a question for her. Or David might know, but he's not here, so he can't answer.
Well, he's here in the comments. I see he's commenting.
He in the comments.
He's here in the comments, but he's not here on the screen.
Oh, he's there. I see him now. He's answering. Maybe he knows whether or not you can use an M3 claw and an OG Mini. I just think that your playfield's so small as it is, and it's not even deep. So I mean, I don't know. I
think the voltage even might be different, because I think the OG Minis run a 12-volt coil in their claws. So I think that if that's the case, if I'm right on that,
there you go.
Then I think it would have trouble closing, honestly, because the voltage wouldn't be high enough on that 24-volt coil. So I think it would try to close, but it wouldn't be very strong.
And David, the master of minis, says M3 would probably be too large for an OG. There you
Boom.
go.
There it is.
Yeah.
So
I would.
Lots of good info tonight for sure.
If I were you, I would do what David did, which is basically get to a certain point where you feel comfortable, and then I would upgrade all your OG minis to mega minis, and just, credit card readers and crush it like he's doing. That's the best advice I can give you. Is, David did the same thing. He all started with the OG minis, and now he's upgraded all of his to mega minis, and he's
living the like a boss lifestyle.
Never look back again. He's just crushing it. So, yeah. Okay, so I did that. Okay, it's 7:22. You want to do a giveaway again?
Let's talk about the giveaway. Sure. Let's talk about it.
Let's see if Amelia, you want to do the giveaway again? Here she comes.
Do you have the option to make that full screen? I want to try to see what all I see. I see the larger size Pokeballs in the
let's see.
there. But I want to see what's in the bottom. So it keeps it covers it up on screen.
There you go.
Okay, so I don't know. Can anyone see what those prizes are in the bottom lockers of the key catcher claw machine?
Oh, let me zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in.
Can you zoom in? Oh, even better if you can zoom in.
View.
Because this will also kind of give some ideas as to what fits in these lockers. Because as you know, these key catcher claw machines have 3 medium-sized prize lockers and 1 large. And it looks like in this picture, it looks like it's got a Pokeball. It looks like it's got some sort of there we go, an LOL ball.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom, it's got a package of the Boo Packs in the large. And then looks like something by the Pop Company, Funko Pop figure, something kind of thing in the third bottom one there. So I just wanted to see exactly if, what kind of examples of things fit inside these lockers. So as you can see, the key catcher claw machine has 3 medium-sized and 1 large color-coded prize lockers. And I think that color coding really helps too, because it's more LED lights to attract the player, which is really cool. Get some eyes on it. And then it just helps people find the machine. Very cool. All right. So let's talk. Is Amelia coming on, or okay?
She's here.
I don't want to take over for Amelia.
Here. You want to sit here?
Oh.
Be a boss. You're the boss.
Like a boss.
So I just say the giveaway?
Huh?
No. Wait, do I say the giveaway?
Yeah.
The giveaway? Okay. Well, you made me sit in the chair just for the giveaway. Okay. So this is the key catcher machine. It's really, really cool. It's basically there will be a key in a little cube or an egg or whatever you want to do. And you can put it in the machine, and then people can win the key in the machine. And with that key, you can open up the different prize thingies on the machine. So it's just a really cool machine, overall. And if you want to enter to win one of these machines, it's completely free. You have to be a member of the Discord for multiple reasons, because it has a lot of knowledge and everything in there, but also, you want to enter to win. And you need to fill out, you'll see a candy machines link. You'll fill out the candy machines link. Well, you go to the website, then there'll be a link there, and you fill out that. And then you'll be entered to win the key catcher machine by Quick Play.
Great job, Amelia. Thank you very much for that. Nice work.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So guys, if you're not registered out there, make sure you get registered to win. Obviously, you've got a little bit of time. We're going to give it away on December 20th, but make sure you fill out that form because you certainly want to have this machine on your location, making you money, attracting the attention, getting your name out there, all that good stuff. It's going to be awesome for you. Certainly doing great for me. So I'm sure, many people out there would love to get their hands on one. So get registered to win, guys.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom. Sorry.
I was going to say, that's why I was filling in that extra time after Amelia finished.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to get old.
I had a feeling you had an appointment or something.
Don't get old, guys. That's what happens. Sorry.
That's why I'm not getting old.
Okay. All right, I'm back. There we are.
And he's
Yay!
back. Welcome back.
Okay. So, David says he's got to go. He's done. See you in a few days. So yeah, I'm flying out on Monday. So I will see you guys on Monday.
I'm driving down on Monday. So
let's talk about IAAPA.
We're all going to convene. Oh, dude, I'm super excited because as being a giant amusement park and roller coaster fan, I've always dreamed about going to IAAPA. But I lived in Northeast Ohio, and traveling to Orlando, Florida from Northeast Ohio was challenging, expensive, all those things.
Yeah. But
now I live a lot closer, and I've got two reasons to go. Because not only do I love amusement parks, roller coasters, amusement rides, all that stuff, but now I also am in the business of claw machines and amusement games and things like that. So both things tie together. I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm so excited though. I'm so excited.
You have no choice.
Can't wait. Yeah, I've got no choice.
Comments. Here we go. So Clawmania Vending wants to know what commission rate would you give to a restaurant if you were to get their small game room?
I mean, I would try to go as low as possible. I think this answer is going to be an opinion answer, and everyone's going to have a different opinion. You know what I mean? So like, depending on what the what the foot traffic is like, or what kind of clientele are there, do you see the opportunity to make a ton of money? Then I might offer a little bit more just to make sure I get in there. I mean, like I said, it's going to be an opinion related question. Normally for my amusement devices, I like to have the lowest commission possible as anyone would, but 20% is what I focus on.
Yeah. So, like us, we've yet to we're working on some that possibly commission, but they basically told us they want a commission, and then they've never said what it's going to be. So I think they kind of just wanted to see what we'd say. We yet to have a commission location, but we always, like I said last week in our live stream, is always offer the lowest you possibly can. Maybe even offer a just a standard fee for being there. So if you want to do $10 a machine a month or whatever it is, try to do the lowest you can, and then start at 10% and find out what they were doing before. It never hurts to ask them, did you have somebody here before? What were they paying? And explain them the real reason, or not the real reason, but the real cost of doing business for you, and the real commission rate conversation that nobody has. They always say, oh, we'll give you 50%, but we all know it's not 50%. You know what I mean? It's 50% minus expenses. So you're really only paying them at the most 30% or less. So make sure you explain that to them and say, I know that these people promised you 50%, but they weren't paying you 50%. They were cutting out all the other stuff and then paying you what was left. And be honest with them about it. And I guarantee they'll really appreciate you being honest about what was going on, and share your numbers with them. Ask them if you can have a couple months. Let's see how it does. Let's see what it produces. And then let's look back at it in 2 months. That gets you in the location, get you going. They're very happy with you. And then who knows, they may just say, you know what, just take care of the machines. We don't even care. Yep. And then you don't pay commission. And that's the kind of relationship you want. So you want to be there to provide a service versus how much money you're going to give me. And I think that's what you can show them, is you show up every week for a month, you take care of everything, it's clean, they see you working really hard, and they're going to be like, well, I didn't have to do anything for a month. So, just keep your money and you're sitting gold. You know what I mean? That's awesome. So really, put in all your effort and get the location, but also put in your time and effort and make sure you keep the location. And I think that you may not pay anything if you're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
So
Focus on the service. Focus on the service you're providing. I mean,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Kenny Machines for the win again. You know, I want to shout out to Chris at Kenny Machines for helping me secure my first 2 minis today. Going to pick up them on the final day at IAPA. Super excited, which is awesome.
At the rate they're going, Candy Machines is going to go home with an empty trailer.
So cool.
That's probably a good thing for them, honestly.
Nice. Gumball Gold said he's having a hot toddy from Oxford, Mississippi. How are you, sir? I watched one of your videos the other day, actually, and like your Corvette, by the way. So I watched your video, and what was it? Classified documents. Classified documents. He showed his Corvette. Yeah. So if you watch his video, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Cool.
How would you fellows? Oh, here we go. How would
a couple super chats came in also.
I know. I saw. I'm trying to get down to them. I just don't want to lose my spot. How would you fellows word an email when sending to a business owner asking if they would potentially be interested?
I hate sending emails like that. It's just so easy for them to not respond or not even, you know, read it. I would rather go in person and, you know, talk to them. But I would, if you're gonna send an email, I would really focus on selling the benefits as to why a machine would benefit their business.
100%.
Because they don't care about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But
and so we do the only time that we send emails at all is corporate accounts. So we send a lot. We probably send 20 to 30 a week to different corporate people that we want to be in big corporate, which doesn't work very well. So just so you know, it's really hard. But that's the only time that we ever send emails for those types of accounts, because you're never really going to get to talk to anybody except from the top down. And that's the only time. And so we created our own pamphlet, you know, and we did it in a PDF form. It has all the specifics on there, because we figure that more than likely, if it does go to the top and that it is going to happen, they're going to print that out and they're going to all sit around a table and they're going to talk about it. Hopefully that's the goal. And you want to present yourself as professional. So we answer all their questions. So if you watched our video or last week you saw our flyer, this is it. In the middle of our flyer, we have all the questions that they would ask. How much does it cost? What do I need? How much, you know, all those questions are all answered in our packet. So then that way, and it has pictures of all of our machines and how big they are and everything else. So then all their questions are answered before they even contact you. So if you know, when you get an email from them, it's probably a really good sign, because that means that they took the time to look at all your stuff and they're really interested and you answered all their questions. Otherwise, if they have to ask you questions and stuff, they're not going to contact you. So make sure you cover all your bases: who you are, what you do, what's the benefit to them, what do you offer, and how much does it cost them, and what's the overall benefit to them, and why should they go with you versus somebody else. That's what you want to answer. All those questions in an email to them and all your contact information. So super chat.
Oh, wait, go. Hit it. More. Waco's Car Wash Channel Elevators and More with a $5 super chat says our gas prices are $2.69.
What?
That's about what I just paid today.
Way.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What?
Well, you know, you guys in California, you don't know how good it can be outside of California. That's what it is. Yeah, I think I paid
$4.69 yesterday.
I think I paid $2.69 today. And it's only going to keep getting lower as we get closer and closer to the November 2024 thing, you know, that thing in November 2024.
Right.
The closer we get, the lower gas will go.
My camera's like out of focus. I can't believe that. That is so cheap. Why's my camera out of focus? Do you see that?
I do.
There it goes. Okay. Back in focus. That's so cheap. I'm so jealous, you guys. And that's why I love David, and he's so smart with his electric truck, because that's the way to go. Gray Duck Gaming said, Elite, they recommend going in person. 100%. Everyone's tried calls and emails, and they're just much easier to ignore and say no versus in person. And I'll give you an example of this. So I decided that I was going to try the Facebook Marketplace, or not Facebook Marketplace, but like the I did the Google search for restaurants in the certain area, and Amelia was in cheer full time, and Sam was starting to do some of his projects and stuff, and we couldn't get out to find locations. So I said, well, maybe I'll go through and I'll send them messages. So the emails I could find, I sent emails to them, and then if I could find them on Facebook, I sent them messages on Facebook. And finally, I got Facebook message back. And they're like, okay, well, what do you do and what do you offer and how much is the commission and stuff? And I started getting this weird vibe about the conversation. And basically the final answer was, oh, we already got machines. We were just wondering how much you wanted to pay. And I'm like, this is why you don't want to do this like via Facebook Marketplace and stuff. Is like, you don't want to deal with people on that level. You want to deal with them in person. You want them to see your face and you want to shake their hand. And that's what it's about. You want to build that relationship with them. That's the same way I feel about having somebody that finds you your own locations and stuff. Like you're not building that relationship with them. Somebody else is finding a location, and then you got to go in there and say, hi, I'm so-and-so that somebody called you about me. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I didn't do the effort myself. Somebody else found it for me, and now I'm supposed to pay you 20%. Where do you want me to set up? Like, that just doesn't make sense.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like that's just not the way to start a business relationship with somebody. Is like, yes, Joe Bob called and said I'm supposed to be here at 3:00, and here's my machine.
And if I was a business owner and somebody came in and said that exact thing to me, I'd be like, they told me.
You know what I would say? I can't say on the live stream.
I would say something like, they told me you were going to give me 60% or something like that. Just start messing with people like that.
Yeah. Or the other way of it, like, yeah, get the heck out of here. Like I don't want to do business with somebody like you. Like you weren't professional enough to come in and talk to me and build a relationship with me. And now you want to come in here and I don't know. That just sounds like bad vibes all the way around. And it's not something that I'd want to do. So especially long-term, like I think that's probably the best part about when we were at MBVA and we got in that conversation with, I was on the board and I got elected to the board, and I was sitting on that what do they call it when you
that panel?
The panel.
The panel.
And I was sitting on the panel, and so you guys don't know these whole stories, but I was sitting on the panel, and they were so anti like YouTube people and all this stuff. And so the question I got to my face, like in front of everybody's like, so like you do this YouTube, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, and you do these live streams, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, so aren't you worried about losing your spots to these other vendors that come in there and want to do whatever? And I'm like, no. And they're like, how are you not worried about it? I said, because we go in once a week. We go and we service our machines. We have personal relationships with all of our locations. It's my kids that do this as their business. They send thank you cards to these businesses. They go in, they basically they completely take care of everything, and they have nothing to worry about, and they pay zero commission. So somebody comes into their location and says, I want to be this spot. What can I do? I'll give you 50% commission. Do you think that any of our locations are going to say to them, oh, yeah, come on in for 50% commission, and we're going to kick out these people that have been coming every single week, taking care of the machines, doing all the stuff? Or do you think they're going to call us first? So even if they call us first and say, these people are coming in asking 50% commission, what's the first thing that I'm going to say to them and say, they're not going to pay you 50% commission. They're going to pay you 30% commission at the most, and you're never going to see them. I guarantee you they're not going to come in. They're going to come in every week like we do. It's not going to be a million Sam and me coming in every single week and bringing in the coolest prizes and the stuff that we do and cleaning our machines and taking care of it. You're not going to see them. You're going to see them once a month, and they're going to come in with a year-old machine. They're not brand new machines like we have. And so, no, I'm not concerned about losing any of our locations. I'm sorry, but I'm not. We have a very good relationship with our locations, and there's a reason that we're in these locations, because we take care of them. And if somebody wants to come in and steal a location from us, they can try it. But I guarantee you that every single one of our locations is going to pick up the phone, and they're going to call us first before they're going to kick us out. So that's why I'm not you. I'm not those people that don't go into our locations, and I'm worried about somebody coming in because I haven't been there in a month and they're going to steal my location. That's you. That's not us. You know what I mean? And that's your problem. And that's
well, yeah, I just think some people aren't ready to adapt to change, and the world's changing. You know, the vending industry is changing, and you got to be a different kind of vendor these days. It's not like it was back in the day.
That's why I love the Discord, and that's why I love these kids that are, 16, 17, 18, 22, 24 that are coming in, and they've got initiative, they got the drive, they want to get started. Yeah, it's not for everybody, and you're worried about these people coming in and they're stealing your locations. They last 3 months and they go away. That's a great way to get back into that location and say, well, now you tried them and they're gone. Do you want
probably get some machines out of it too?
Right. And they're going to be able to buy all their business that they bought, their 15 mini claw machines or whatever it is. But it is a hard business. It's hard to get into. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. And it's not for everybody, But I don't know why. If you can't go and spend 15 minutes a week and service a machine and fill it up with toys and collect money, I don't know what your problem is. It's pretty easy business to be into, at least with claw machines. If you're going to do full line, that's a whole different ballgame. Be in it for work. You know what I mean? Like our full line is work, and you got to put a lot of time and effort into full line. But as far as mini claw machines and, your game store and stuff, you go back every 3 or 4 weeks, you service it, you take care of it. But they know they're going to see you, Matt. You know what I mean? They know that you're going to come in. They know you on a personal level. You walk in and it's a shaking of the hand. It's a conversation. And they're not going to sit there and say, oh, Matt, come pick up your stuff. This one kid, he's 24. He came in here and he offered us 50% commission. Come pick up your machines. Guaranteed.
But you know what? There's so much more than that, though, than just the actual like servicing of the machines and all that stuff. It's like so many times on a Sunday afternoon, I'll get a phone call from like a location and they'll be like, Matt, we need quarters. We know you got them. Can you bring us some quarters? And I'm like, heck yeah, I'll be right up. I'll bring them quarters. Like that's the kind of relationship you want to build with your locations. And then you're going to be set.
Yeah.
You're going to be set.
We have, we do that with our, one of our restaurants, and we do it with our boba shop. Is like, he always needs quarters, and it's not because of our machine. It's just because he's always low on quarters. So we go in and Amelia immediately is already counting out, the quarters to give him $20 in quarters. Cause she knows, and she goes up to the counter and she puts a stack up there, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, no problem." And he goes to the cash register, gives her $20, and she's like, "See you later." It's just like, But that's the relationship you have. That's the conversations that you have, and they know they can count on you. They see you, and that's why we keep those locations. And when I was on that panel and somebody said that to me, I'm like, no, come on in. You know what I mean? Try to take our locations, because I feel so confident in what we do. And we take we have a lot of pride in our locations and our machines. We're always changing things. We have new toys every month. We're always doing something. We always have toys for the season. We're doing something that everybody's, we're always a step ahead of everybody else, just because we really care about what we do. And I just don't worry about it, you guys. If you do a great job, you'll keep your locations, and people can come in all the time and try to ruin it for you, and it's just not going to happen as long as you take care of yourself. So, all right, back to super chats.
Couple super chats. Hold on. Okay, I wasn't ready for that quick transition. Here we go. Goody Vending with a $10 super chat. There we go. Talking about his 1688 order. Got some Pokemon, got some superhero stuff, SpongeBob, premium Pokemon keychains, increased sales from $35 a month to $40 in 9 days. Premium plush matters. Heck yeah. Very cool.
Definitely look into getting in. So 1688, for those people who don't know, is the Chinese version of Alibaba. You need a purchasing agent that handles your order. So it is a whole different ball game. Get into our Discord and make sure you do all your research, and make sure that you check all your boxes, because it's a whole different thing than just ordering something from China or something like that. Do your research. They obviously did. They got a great price on some things, and they increased their stuff. But definitely do your research, because it's a whole different realm that people are just starting to dip their toes into. And I don't know enough about it to give you totally 100% advice yet. So definitely, do your research and make sure you do your research, basically. Yeah. So
Another super chat from Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More. You want to get that up while I got this queued up here? Here we go.
Nice.
There we go. Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More with another $5 super chat. Quickly coming the super chat leader here, we'll call it. Anyway, asking, are we ready for Thanksgiving and Black Friday? I love Thanksgiving.
I think we had a really good season that time last year because everybody was shopping and they were all out, having lunch and doing stuff at all our restaurants and stuff. So it is a great time for claw machines for sure.
Yeah.
And they're all out shopping and looking for stuff. I wanted to go back to Elite Claw Amusements. He's had a little bit of a hard time talking to managers. You want to read that for me? I can't read it. Sorry.
Says, yeah, unfortunately, this is talking about, he asked a question about sending an email and sending a professional email. He said, yeah, unfortunately, I talked to a few managers at different locations, in person today.
Right.
And they said the owners are hardly in, so I'd like to send them a professional email. Yeah, you could certainly do that. But like I said, just really focus on the benefits as to why the machine would be good for their business, because all they're going to care about is how it's going to benefit them. So keep that in mind when you're writing that email.
Elite Claw, I still strongly urge you to go back and ask them when the owner's in, or how do I get in touch with the owner, and come back at those times. I got to tell you that in person, you're going to do so much better than sending an email, because it's so easy. It's just like over the phone. It's the same thing, is that it's so easy to say no and hang up the phone, or it's so easy to say, oh, I'm sorry, we're not interested, and send the email. And I really think that in person, when you're looking somebody eye to eye and you're really excited about what you're doing and you're telling them about the benefits of everything, you can have so much better luck, or so much more luck in person than if you try to do it. And I know what you're saying, but I think that franchise locations are hard anyways, no matter what you do. And usually franchise locations are owned by a restaurant management company. So like if you have, like, for example, I don't know, I'm just making it up, but let's say you had like Applebee's. Usually Applebee's is run by a restaurant management company locally. So like they may run 3 or 4 of them through that restaurant management company. They'll still need to get approval from corporate, but it goes through them on a local level. So you'll have to go to the restaurant management company, but you want to find out how to get to the restaurant management company. And manager is going to do you no good. An owner or whatever, like there's not really an owner for those locations and franchise locations. It's a restaurant management company that handles, usually it's like Applebee's, Olive Garden, Red Lobster.
Like a good example, and some of you may or may not have not seen this movie, but do you remember the movie The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock? Right. So that was based off on a true story. And the dad in that movie, he owned like 40 fast food company, or 40 fast food restaurants. But it wasn't just him. It was like a conglomeration of investors, and it was a management company. So yeah, there wasn't just one person that could say yes to that. So that's might be what you're running into.
Yeah. And I think that, and we have a few franchise locations, but we don't have the whole state of California. We have only a few locations in a small area because those are the only ones ran by that restaurant management company, and they've approved us. To go any further than those locations, we have to talk to a whole different company, and they could say no. And we're running into that with a few of our grocery stores. Like we've gotten into a few of those, but we can't get into the other ones because they're run by different companies. So they may not believe in having those. COVID hurt us a lot in this industry because, people weren't going out to these locations. And so the machines were kind of just sitting there, or people are really worried about cleanliness of machines and making sure that, you're keeping up on the cleanliness of those, and people don't want to touch things because of COVID. So there's that whole thing of like, they're really trying to push you know, you go into places now like Target and stuff, and you go in and it's like there's wipes everywhere, and you know, and all this stuff, because it is a huge deal for people, well, especially in California. I don't know about everywhere else, but in California, like you can't not find a wipe in any store, like they're everywhere. And it's like, you know, that's the thing right now, is everybody's all about keeping yourself clean, making sure that you wash your hands, making sure, you know, so those are machines and stuff. Imagine how many people touch them during the day, and like they're going to want to know, like, how often are you coming back? How dirty are they? Are you going to clean them? You know, and so there's a bunch of stuff that you really need to think about that's on a whole nother level in their corporate minds of, we don't want stuff where people are going to call us and go, I went and used your claw machine and there's boogers all over it. You know, whatever it is, I'm just making it up. But you know what I mean? Like they don't want to be bothered. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say, like, I'm constantly cleaning the glass from all the nose prints and the cheek prints and the face prints and everything from kids, like, ooh, up against the machine. Like that's like an all the time thing, guys. So well,
imagine working for corporate Applebee's or whatever it may be, and like the calls you must get, you know, from people of like, you know, oh, I went in the other day and like there wasn't any napkins in one of your dispensers. I mean, like they get the stupidest calls. And they don't want to be bothered by another annoyance of somebody else's machine that you're bringing in, that you're responsible for, that all of a sudden now they're responsible for, and into their establishment. And it's one more thing they have to worry about. So really think about things on a bigger scale and what you have to offer, and make sure you push that. And you're not going to get into McDonald's. You're not going to get into Burger King. You're not going to get into those locations because they all want to be the same. And they don't want to be bothered by, you know, a small vendor that's trying to do something cool. Like it's just not something they're interested in. So you may need to just stick with the mom and pop stuff, get yourself built up, get yourself big enough. And then you say, hey, you know, I've got 75 locations and I'd like to expand. I want to be in all of your 15 locations from this area to this area. Then it's a different ball game. You know, then you have something to offer and you're much more established. And I think at that point, then you can, you have a little more pull, you know, but there's so many mom and pop shops that are awesome in your area. I guarantee that you can get into super easy just because they love to see young entrepreneurs or people trying to start their own business, and they want something that's going to help out their clientele to not be stressed out waiting for a table or waiting for food or whatever it may be. Like offer that service and, you know, stick with that. Boba, ice cream, you know, small restaurants, sandwich shops, that kind of stuff. And I guarantee you'll do okay. So as long as you're, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
I was just saying totally. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like as long as you're making $100 a week per machine, like you're going to do very well and you're going to crush it and you're going to pay off your machine in no time. And all of a sudden you got 50 machines making $100 a week. That's just awesome profit. And you're doing really, really well. And it covers all of your costs and basically spend 15 minutes of location servicing it a week, and it's just awesome. It's a great side hustle. So
absolutely.
Anyways, are we going to go a little bit longer tonight? Should we go to like 8:15?
I think we can go a little bit longer.
Okay, because we started like 20 after.
Because we started late due to the previous stream software's terribleness, I guess.
I'm going to cancel it. I'm done.
I already did. I already did.
I'm going to do that too because
I chose for the cancellation reason, I chose technical difficulties and said would not let us go live. Our viewers were upset.
Yeah. And
so just FYI.
There you go. And I'm done with it too. So Elite Call Amusements. Let's see. Where's my, we got another super chat. Wow. That was quick.
Super chat. Another one.
Yeah.
Waco's Car Wash Channel Elevators and More with another super chat. Says Galaxy Games, you were talking about content on today's video. Maybe try making some car wash videos. I don't have any car washes.
I know.
I would love to have some car washes, but I don't know. I mean, you know what's funny? I did go to a car wash today to have the vending truck washed. So I was actually at a car wash, but it's, you know, if I had access to the backside, the business side of a car wash, I would totally love to make some content about that. But until I can own one myself, I don't think the business owners are going to let me film them collecting money from their business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would love to.
David and I have been talking about doing a car wash for like a long time, and I'd love to do laundromats or car washes or something like that. And it's a really hard business to find because they do so well, and they're, I mean, you do need to do a lot of maintenance with these types of businesses.
Well, what's funny? The car wash I went to today, it's one of the nicest ones in the area. And but like car washes here in South Carolina, they're popping up literally like corner drugstores, like Walgreens and CVS everywhere. Like on every street, there's now at least 2, but they're all the newfangled drive-through ones where you pull up and you put the car in neutral and it pulls you through. And like they've gotten crazy. There's all kinds of LED light shows in them and like triple wax soap foam suds, like craziness. And they're all like $25 a piece. So the one I go to is like way less than that. It's got, multiple self-service bays. It's got the vacuum section, and then it's got 2 bays where you pull in and it washes your vehicle for you. What's funny though is it's for sale right now. Guess how much they're asking?
$1 million.
More than that.
Oh.
They're asking $2.2 million, right? And I've talked to the guy because I tried to get a soda machine there on his property because it's right outside a huge apartment complex too. He was not interested in the soda machine, but and it's a one-man show, but he's selling for $2.2 million.
Would the owner carry it?
I did not ask. I did not ask. I would have to know a lot more about that. But if there was owner financing, I would probably get involved in something like that. But I like to wait a little bit because it just went for sale in the last couple months. So like, if somebody really serious is going to swoop in there and pay $2.2 million, good for them.
Yeah.
But in 6 more months, if it's still available, then the owner might be a little bit more willing to, work.
It's got to be the land too, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, it includes the land.
Okay,
yes,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Man,
Very
right
much.
outside the apartment.
And what's
put notes on everybody's door, give everybody discounts in the apartment complex. Man,
and it's always busy. Like, because all the other new places are charging $25 for a car wash, where this one only charges I think they have a $6 option, a $10 option, a $12 option, and maybe one other one, but it's a way cheaper.
I see some gleaming in your eyes.
I mean, well, I'm also still trying to work. Maybe someday get a deal on the laundromat location where we've got the drink machine. I would, I'm in pretty good with that business owner, and he's got multiple laundromats, and this one is his furthest one away, and he's already called me to go up and help him with things when he can't get there. So like I'm building that rapport. So that one day when he's ready and decides that location's just too far away, guess who he's going to call?
He's already calling you to fix stuff. So that's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, you got that going on. So,
right.
Question from Smiley. Would you rather have 2 megas or 4 Gs? Easy answer for that one.
2 megas.
100%.
2 megas.
So you can't go wrong. I mean, don't waste your time on OGs, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys know me at all, I just don't really care for OGs. They're too small.
I really feel like they're kind of the old style, and they, if you want to go there once a week and fill it, that's fine. But let's say you have a week that you have 2 weeks where you can't go, you need something that's bigger. The quality of the megas is like a whole different animal compared to the OGs. So build quality, claw size, I mean, a whole different thing going on. It expands your options for amount of money you can make, amount of products you can put in it, and what kind of product you can put in as far as size. So there's a bunch of stuff that it's just
totally.
Yeah. So anyways, LV Vending wants to know what's everybody's favorite chicken wing.
Buffalo.
Do you have Buffalo Wild Wings where you live?
Of course.
Okay.
In fact, they're opening a brand new one right down the street from me.
I gotta say, I was really disappointed because we went the other night because Amelia had her new. She signed up for, what's it called? Oh, she's not listening to me. it's like the next level of cheer. Like she's gonna be like doing like the stunts and like the whole deal. She signed up for like extreme cheer. I don't know what it is, but to celebrate, I told her you could choose. You like, do you want to go to FUD? Do you want to go to like, you know, whatever?
Wait, like Fuddruckers?
No, pho. Like
Vietnamese,
okay. You know, because
PHO, but it's pronounced pho.
You know, or do you want to go to sushi? Do you want to go to, you know, and I said, or Buffalo Wild Wings, and she's like, oh, Buffalo Wild Wings, because like she's been trying to get in there with one of her machines, and she's like, I want to go there. Maybe the manager's there, and I really want buffalo wings, and I'm like, okay, but we went there, and they were all like dried out, and they weren't good, and I'm like, you think like that's
you know what's funny? So I don't go there for the wings. I usually get like a buffalo chicken wrap or something like that when I go there. But you know, they've done a lot of changes to their menu over the years. Let's see. Here's something you probably didn't know. In college, I worked at BW3, which is the predecessor to Buffalo Wild Wings. Yes.
What did you do?
I worked in the kitchen and I worked the door.
Oh,
checking IDs and stuff like that. It was fun.
I could see you as a waiter, 100%. Like I think
that was like, back then. They didn't have any waiters. You know, you walked in, you walked up to the counter, you placed your order, and when your order is ready, we would like literally call out your name on the microphone, which is, I guess, maybe where I got some of my practice of talking on the microphone.
Yeah.
Glenn, your order's ready. Glenn.
That's so awesome.
Right?
Oh my God, it's so funny. Well, I just, you know, because Natalie even said, because we sat down and like we got our food, and like, and even the waiter wasn't good, and you know, like we had empty drinks within the first like 10 minutes we were there, and you know, and it was just like, it was just, you know, you're waiting for everything, you know, and like we told them, we're like, we know what we want, because we waited a long time for them to even come to our table. And so we knew what we wanted to eat. We're like, we want to order everything, you know, and then it showed up, and I was eating my wings. I got buffalo wings. That's like my all-time favorite with ranch.
Just buffalo hot, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and I just kind of looked at Natalie, and she looked at me, and she's like, and I'm like, no, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. And I said, if you're called Buffalo Wild Wings, like that's what you're known for, like is the wings, like they should be like juicy and like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, this is sad.
They used to be a lot better.
Yeah. Well, somebody put in there since Arby's bottom, they went to tap. So
but honestly, guys, if you really want wings, go to like your local wing place, or like your local dive bar. Like they always have better wings than places like that.
Yeah, LV Vending says Hooters is better, and I don't know if it's the wings or just the atmosphere, but like maybe it is. I don't know. But we don't really have any Hooters near us except for Sacramento. That's the closest one to us, and that's like almost an hour away. So, but we have Wing Stops, and I've never tried one of those, but I've heard good things about Wing Stop. So maybe that's the new Buffalo Wild Wings. Maybe we should start getting, you know, machines in those locations.
Well, guys, Kim in the comments says Quaker Steak and Lube Atomic Wings. So if you didn't know, there's a it's actually becoming quite of a large chain now, but it started in Pennsylvania, actually not far from where I used to live. Quaker Steak and Lube, they have really good wings. They used to have wing nights and all kinds of cool stuff. But they're starting to become more nationwide. I know I've had it in Tennessee. We're starting to get them here in South Carolina. There's one in Columbia, South Carolina. So those have really good wings. Definitely go try those out if you find one of those. They're really good. A lot of them have games inside too, or even arcades. Yeah,
they have an arcade. I never heard of that. I mean, we're in California, so we're like on the way other side of, you know.
And so, the atomic wings, they're so hot that you have to sign a waiver before they'll bring them out to you.
Try them once. When I was going to college, there's a place. There was a wing place like that in Chico, California, where, you know, because it was college town, and
of course
you had to sign a waiver, and
I tried them once, and I will never do it again. I mean, like only because like it was the first thing they brought out, and then I couldn't even taste the rest of my dinner. Like I couldn't taste anything. It just ruined my taste buds
and you were
for like the rest of the night. I mean, I was sweating. I was uncomfortable. I couldn't taste anything. My mouth was numb. So therefore, I couldn't enjoy my dinner. So I'll never do that again for those reasons. And I like hot stuff, but that was just ludicrous, you know.
Well, I mean, basically, we're talking about wings and stuff. Is there anything else you want to cover? We can end the stream for this week.
I think we need to talk a little bit more about IAPA because we've touched on it tonight. We haven't really talked a whole lot about it. So you guys know next week is IAPA week. So we're going to be there. Jonathan's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Quick Play is going to be there.
David's already there.
David's already there right now. He's not really at IAPA, but he's in Orlando. So I want to talk about next week's live stream. We're gonna see what we can do to work it out. Hopefully, we won't have any technical issues like we did tonight. But just know that much like our live stream from Las Vegas on that Wednesday night in Vegas, it's going to be way different than what you guys are used to. Yeah. We're still in the planning stages of how and when and where and how it's all going to work. Know that it's going to be a little bit messy no matter what happens. I'm sure it's going to be messy.
100%, like tonight.
We might have more people involved that are in person. I don't know. Everything's really up in the air right now, but I just want to give you guys all a heads up. We're going to try and do it again on location, probably not in the actual IAPA show, but maybe from a separate location or something like that. It's going to be messy, so just be ready for that. And who knows how long it's going to last or how it's going to work, but just know we're going to try and we're going to see how it goes. Don't forget to, like I said, IAPA is next week. Albert says he thought it was this week. Nope, it's next week. That's why I'm still in South Carolina. Jonathan's still in California. We'll be in Florida next week for IAPA. There's going to be content coming your way, guys. Jonathan, I don't know what you have planned, but Mrs. Galaxy Games 843 and I are going to be there. We're going to film some of the different vendors, maybe some gameplay and some of the new games. Going to be a little bit kind of like how my video was from Las Vegas, where we kind of go around and show different things, but maybe not one long continuous video, more clips all put together. Kind of.
Mine will probably be one big long walkthrough like I did last time. Just
there we go.
I found that other people from other groups found that interesting. So I'll probably do like a full walkthrough of so they could actually see what it was like on the floor.
Yeah, it's one of my most viewed videos of this year. So
me too.
I'm pretty happy with that too. So
also,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if any of you guys are going to IAPA, if you see us, say hello. We're just normal people. Just say hello. You know? Tell us who you are. Tell us
say hello.
Yeah. Tell us if you join us on the live streams. Tell us if you watch our channels. If you're a subscriber, we'd love to meet everybody out there. So if you see us, say hello. What else? What else do we want to add?
Well, I wanted to say, and I totally, and I don't know why I keep forgetting to mention it, but we are giving away a Kiosoft reader next week at IAPA.
That's right.
And it says at the bottom of our other live, when we do our other one on EV Mux, it says enter to win a key catcher and a Kiosoft reader. So in the Discord, you can actually enter to win a Kiosoft credit card reader that we're giving away at the Kiosoft booth next week. So make sure you guys enter to win that too, because that is a sweet prize. That's a $350 prize that you could win just by entering to win. So awesome. Don't forget to do that too. I keep forgetting to mention it and I feel really bad, but yes, definitely enter to win that also on the Discord. So
I see Albert says he likes the full walkthrough one-shot video. Well, the good news is the IAPA show. The IAPA show is longer and bigger than the NBVA / amusement show that was in Las Vegas. So we're going to be there multiple days. I was only able to go to the NBVA show for one day, the actual on the show floor. So with the fact that it's bigger and we're going to be able to go more days, I can make multiple videos. So I think you're going to see a lot of great content coming from. Sounds like Jonathan's going to do a nice long video,
or I may stop for water, halfway through. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to try to do.
Just remember to keep me away from the pinball machines, because that's when I get.
What I learned is that what I didn't do was we showed up and we were so excited, like we were just over the moon,
we just went ham. Yeah,
we just went nuts, and I just started recording and walking through the thing. And what I should have done was actually walked through. And I'd been there the year before, but I don't remember, where everything was. What I should have done was walk through and kind of got a good idea and assess this, the whole.
But you know what though, I totally see what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But I think the viewers and everybody probably liked our initial reaction better.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
They could see, because I was like, wow, look at that. Oh, cool. This is over here. Oh, that's awesome. Like all those things we didn't get to see, if we would have done research and done all that first, we could be like, okay, so now we've got this machine over here. And,
because I was very excited. Like I was like, I mean, I was a kid in candy store in that place.
Totally. Yeah. Tyler's got a question. Wants to know, Matt, are you going to have a video for the November auction in North Carolina? So here's a funny story. So next week is IAPA week, right? So Monday the 13th through Friday the 17th, I will be in Florida. I should get home late Friday night the 17th. I don't know exactly how late, but later than a normal work day. We'll say that. Because like I said, I'm trying to work out a deal where I pick up that electronic bulk vending machine from candymachines.com, which you can't remove machines from the show before the show's over. Right. So pretty much that means I got to stay till the end of the show and then load a machine, maybe multiple machines. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then drive back to South Carolina. All right. So that's a 5-6 hour drive, depending on traffic and stops and things like that. So I'm probably going to get home pretty late on the 17th. So Tyler's asking, am I going to do a video for the North Carolina auction, which is the next day, November 18th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is 4.5 hours north of where I am. So let's just say this. It's unlikely that I will be in attendance for that auction. Do I want to go? Yes. Will I have the strength, energy, time, money to go?
Old?
Probably not. Not as old as you, but yes. It's unlikely, but I'm not ruling it out. I'll say that. I'm not ruling it out. But it's unlikely. I do have some friends that might be going, so I might catch a ride with them, should that be the case. After driving from Orlando back to the middle of South Carolina on the coast, the last thing I want to do is take another day and drive to North Carolina, stand on the concrete floor at the auction all day, and then drive all the way back to South Carolina in the same day.
Well, and you usually do like a walk through and then you do the actual auction and so it's not just, I don't think people realize like how much time this stuff takes.
People don't realize the time, the effort, the money it takes to make these videos. Like that's what I think the big thing that people don't realize. And when I go to Tennessee, when those auctions happen, I got to stay in a hotel, so that's even more money on top of it. So like I said, it's unlikely that I'll do a video for this North Carolina auction. But I'm not ruling it out at this point, but it's unlikely. So we'll say that. Yeah. Right. But I want to go. I really do want to go. If IAPA wasn't this week, I'd totally be going and doing a video.
It's like the reviews we do on our machines. You still got to buy the machine and then you got to get it here and then you can do a review on it. It's like, okay, well, sure, we're going to use it on route, but we still have to buy the machine to do the video. So mean, there's a lot of costs involved.
So funny. LV Vending commented, Matt, have you played Foo Fighters, the new Stern Foo Fighters pinball? Yeah. That is the machine that I got lost in Las Vegas. Yeah. They lost me because I started playing Foo Fighters and I was like, oh my God, this is a great game. I'm going to play. And some pinball machines are designed to make your game end fast. So you got to put more money in it. Well, I don't know if I was lucky or if it was it just flowed so well. I stood there playing the Foo Fighters machine for it felt like
a long time, minutes,
but it was a long time, and it was one game. Like I kept getting bonuses and extra balls and all that stuff. So I played for a long time. It was easy to play and fun to play, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wait a minute. Where'd everybody go? Like everybody was gone, just gone, which I don't blame them. I would have left me too.
We didn't know. We had no idea where you went. So one more question for you.
Barber cut. Love barber cut. Found a $900 barber cut in good condition with strings. Is that a good game and a good deal? So here's the funny thing. My barber cut that's currently in the game store, I paid $900 for it as well. And it was in good condition and it came with strings. So what's that tell you?
Jump on it.
I'd buy it. Doesn't have a dollar bill acceptor. That's going to be a make or break thing. And I think you're going to see too, once I put that NIAX credit card reader on that machine, it's going to get even better, but it's definitely a great machine. You know, we've had $400-500 months from that machine. So depending on what type of location you're going to put that at and what kind of prices you put in it, that could pay that machine off in just a couple months.
Albert wants to know where the new bulk machine's at. It's at the Candy Machines booth. That's the one you've been talking about, right?
Yes. If you want to pre-order it, though, it's on the Candy Machines website. Go to vending machines and electronic bulk vending machines, and it's in one of those. It's in that.
Use
list.
our link to get to their website, though.
Yes.
So then that way we get credit because it helps our business. So
go to the Howard Hospitality Group channel. In their description, they've got the link for candymachines.com. Click on that. And of course, when you're checking out, use code QuickPlay. It'll take money off your bill too.
For sure. Albert, go back and come back in.
Right.
I'm a huge pinball fan too, and that's the thing is that we have a location right now that wants pinball machines, but I don't want to do it.
It's so
I wouldn't mind having
expensive.
one of my own, but I don't want to do.
I own one pinball machine. One.
I saw it in your videos.
Yeah, I own one, and it's you know it's thousands of dollars. That's the thing. I mean, they're just expensive. So if you want to own pinball that's not, you know, super old, just know that it's going to be pricey. And that's why I personally would never route a pinball machine. I would never do it.
Yeah. Because
it's too big of an investment just so I can have some kid beating on it. You know, just no thank you. No thank you.
So LVN said there's a leasing deal on Venom right now. So there's two versions of that. And I've heard that one version is great and the other one's not. So do you have any insight on that?
I don't even know what that is. What are we talking about?
You know, there's one that's better, supposedly better most of the time. Like what is it called? I'm not good at pinball, but like.
Oh, you're talking about pinball still?
Yes.
Like so, there's the Pro model, which is the basic model, and then there's the limited edition or LE model.
So the Pro model on the Venom, they say the artwork and the machine itself is actually better than the other version.
Okay.
So they're saying on this one is what I've been hearing. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what people have been saying.
I still wouldn't route a pinball machine. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I would never do it.
All right, 8:20 almost. You ready to cut it? What else you got to talk about?
Let's start wrapping it up, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties tonight, but hey, we may have taken a situation and turned it into something better.
Yeah, now we're gonna do software.
I think we like this new software better.
Yeah.
So we'll see about upgrading it to get that little logo out of the corner there, so you don't see that. But just know that we apologize for the technical delays that were starting tonight. So we got a little bit later to start. Hopefully we made it up to you by going a little bit later past the end time. So there's that. Next week, it's IAPA week. Expect some delays, expect some changes in our YouTube upload schedules, in the live stream. We'll try to get it started at the same time. Again, we're going to try using this new software, so hopefully no more technical issues. But know that we're not, in our studios. We're not in our home places. So therefore, we don't know how it's going to work yet. We don't know who all's going to be there or how it's going to be set up. But no, we're going to try to do something. And no matter what, we'll have some fun with it for sure. Cool. Anything you'd like to add, Jonathan?
No. Thank you guys for hanging in there and dealing with our mishap. Well, it's not really our mishaps, but the problems that we have. And I feel really bad because we were both sitting there just like
we were frustrated for sure.
Yeah, we were really frustrated. So I apologize. And then next week, hopefully all three of us, David, you and I, maybe even some special guests, if we can get them all in one hotel room, we'll all get together and do a real fun one. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? We'll see what goes on, but excited about IAPA. For those of you who could join us, it would be fantastic to meet all of you. I think it'd be just an awesome time. And we're flying in on Monday. Staying the whole week. I don't know when. I don't remember when we're flying out. I'm going out with the AZ Amusements crew, so we'll see how that works out. But super excited. So thank you guys for watching, and thanks for all your support. Thanks for the super chats, and thank you guys for being awesome vendors and for all the support in the Discord. We love you guys, and thank you. That's all I got to say.
Have a great night, guys. Bye, all.
Bye.
See you next week from IAPA.